Hi everyone, Liz here with Garden Happy. Today's video is all about transplanting and moving plants. Not just one or two, but a ton. Reason why I'm transplanting and moving plants is because I'm moving. Yay, that's the great news as well. Garden Happy is moving to a Garden Happy homestead. So here are a couple pictures of our new country home, and I believe that's an oak tree right in the middle of the pasture. Anyway, as you can see, we have about 1.5 acres of nice, flat, usable land. So that means I can get more chickens, definitely have a bigger garden, and even get those Nigerian dwarf goats I've always dreamed of having. I'm super excited. So now that you've seen the property, isn't this so exciting? I'm in the process today of transplanting so many of my plants, and I'm taking them with me and I'm going to plant them in my new homestead. I dug up my euphorbia, agara. These are peppers. I'll take those with me. Another euphorbia, a couple asters. And I have a butterfly bush. Yep, I took that out of the ground and that's coming with me. A little Miss Piggy fig tree, that's coming with me as well. Some winter vegetables. And that's it so far. And now that the weather has cooled down because summer's over, this is one of the best times to transplant plants because the sun isn't beating down on them. A lot of them have already gone into a dormant stage. So they're just kind of laying low right now and sleeping. And then by the time I get them in the ground in my new place, it'll be spring. So then they'll establish a brand new root system. So this is a perfect time to transplant plants. So the first thing I'm going to do is dig up all my hostas. Since they've already gone dormant, this is the perfect time to dig them up and transplant them. Just to show you, it looks like I have 3 or 4 different little hosta bulbs. I could separate them now if I wanted to, but I think I'll just leave them all together, put them in a pot of dry dirt, and bring them to my new home. You can see the little new growth that's going to come up. This will all come up in spring. See all these new little buds? I mean, let's face it, the new people who bought this property would never know there was a hosta under the ground, right? Because you can't even see it right now. So why shouldn't I take it with me? I'm leaving them with some pretty trees and things, but plants are so expensive. I just started thinking about all the plants that I was going to be leaving back, and I'm thinking, that's hundreds of dollars. And when I move into my new homestead, the last thing I want to do is spend money on plants. So that's why I'm taking most of them with me. So roots down and buds up. Tuck it in there nice. And I'll cover it with dirt. And I'm definitely going to take my beautiful blue plumbago, especially now that I'm going to have all this land. Now I don't have to prune it or try to control its size. I can just let it grow to its full, beautiful potential. But I will leave the bougainvillea on the left and the pink jasmine on the right because those have been in the ground for about 5 years now. They have established roots and I don't want to disturb them. But I am going to take my clematis vine. This vine has been in the ground for just about as long as the bougainvillea and the pink jasmine. However, their roots are not as invasive. They're definitely more shallow and thin, so I know it will be so easy to dig up. And as much to my surprise, I am happy to see that the roots traveled underground and created more plants. Looks like I have maybe 2 or 3, so I'm super excited about that. And because I have such a bad memory, hey, I can't be the only 60-year-old that forgets things, right? Well, let's just say I'm going to label all of my pots, so when I get to the new property, I'll know what's inside each one. I'll admit this is definitely bittersweet because I love our house and I love my garden. However, I do realize that moving to a homestead will allow my husband more space to expand his business, and now I'll be able to get those farm animals I've always dreamed of. Hey, we're not getting any younger, so we need to do it now. Now it's time to dig up my dahlia. I should have done this in the fall anyway, but oh well, better late than never. And I'm so excited to see that my dahlia multiplied. I have a ton of tubers on the bottom. This is so exciting. When I get to my new property, I'm going to have so many dahlias to plant. Now I'm going to cut off the stems, clean off the tubers, and store them in a nice dry paper bag. If I decide to separate the tubers, I'll do that in the spring right before I plant them. And of course, I'll plant some pretty colorful flowers in its place. There's going to be a lot of potential buyers coming to look at the house very soon, so I still want the backyard to look happy and colorful. Okay, now that I've dug up and potted about 20 different plants, it's time to load them up in hubby's truck and drive them over to the new homestead. Keep in mind, I've been at this all morning, long before I turned the video camera on, so needless to say, I am getting a little tired, but it's definitely been a great workout. I just wish I would have listened to my hubby sooner when he told me I should use the wagon. Oh well, better late than never. I still have a few more days and a few more loads to go. But I feel I made really good progress for the first day, even though I have sore arms. So these are all the plants that I've moved so far. I'm not even halfway done, but I would say I'm off to a good start, one step at a time, right? Actually, since I moved these plants here, they've already gotten bigger. And this is part of my load as well. I'm going to put all my garden art and garden supplies back here. Well, I hope you found this video fun and maybe even a little helpful too. If you're thinking about transplanting or moving plants in your garden, I hope that this video inspired you to just go for it. As long as it's not scorching hot summer or a freezing cold ground, then now is a perfect time to do it. Thanks for watching.